All right, good morning, everybody. So coming off of a nice 2-0 day in college football, we slammed Iowa. We were able to get that. Tulsa wins the game. It was a beautiful thing. So let's get right into it. We got a lot of games. We're going to cut it down to 15 games for you to go after today. So let's get right into it. I would like Memphis plus the 7 against Arkansas. We're going to slam TCU against SMU minus the 7. Like UNLV minus 1.5 against Miami of Ohio. We like Army plus the 2.5 against North Texas. Don't be afraid of that game. We like Maryland. It's right on the cusp. It's up to you if you want to play, but we like Maryland in the 10 against Wisconsin. Wisconsin is just going far south right now. We love Texas Tech in the 3.5 against Utah. That's a solid play. We like Louisville minus the 26.5 against Bowling Green. We're going to slam Clemson minus the 17 against Syracuse. We like UAB in the 39 against Tennessee. We like Oregon State in the 34.5 against Oregon in the Civil War. We love Florida State minus the 45 against Kent State. Make sure you play that game. We like Tulane in the 11.5 against Ole Miss. We're going to slam Nebraska plus the 1.5 against Michigan. Just way too much offense. We like Central Florida minus the 7 against North Carolina. We like Toledo minus the 14 against Western Michigan. We're going to take Troy plus the 5 against Buffalo. We're going to take Eastern Michigan plus 2.5 against Lafayette. We like Purdue Purdue plus the 25 against Notre Dame. We're going to slam Auburn plus the 7 against Oklahoma. They're going to win the game. We like James Madison minus the 9 against Liberty. We like Ball State plus the 21 against UConn. We like NC State plus the 3 against Duke. We like Mississippi State minus 23.5 against Northern Illinois. We're going to slam Temple in 24.5 against Georgia Tech. No way Georgia Tech goes in there all amped up to play. Temple will hang around just enough to cover in that game. We like Delaware plus 4.5 against Florida International. We're going to slam Kansas minus the 13.5 against West Virginia. We like Kinshaw State plus the 14.5 against Arkansas State. We like Boise State minus the 10.5 against Air Force. We like South Alabama minus 16 against Coastal Carolina. We like Nevada plus the 9.5 against Western Kentucky. We like South Carolina plus the 9.5 against Mizzou. Like Middle Tennessee State plus the 2.5 against Marshall. We like Stanford plus the 16.5 against Virginia. We're going to slam Vanderbilt minus 28 against Georgia Southern. That's a good Vanderbilt team, guys. We like Southern Miss plus the 3 against Louisiana Tech. We're going to slam Baylor minus the 2.5 to put Arizona State to sleep. We like Washington minus the 21 against Washington State. We love Illinois plus the 6 against Indiana. We're going to take BYU minus the 6.5 against East Carolina. We're going to slam Miami minus the 7.5 against Florida. We're going to slam Sam Houston plus the 39.5 against Texas. We like Louisiana Monroe plus the 6.5 against Utah. We like Colorado State plus the 4 against Texas San Antonio. Slam Colorado minus the 13.5 against Wyoming. We like Cal minus the 14 against San Diego State. We like USC minus 19 against Michigan State. And we're going to close it out and slam Fresno State minus the 3 against Hawaii. So the 15 games you really need to really focus on and pick it any way you want is TCU minus the 7, Texas Tech plus the 3.5, Clemson minus 17, Florida State minus 45, Nebraska plus the 1.5, Auburn plus the 7, Temple plus 24.5, Kansas minus the 13.5, Vanderbilt minus 28, Baylor minus the 2.5, Illinois plus 6, Miami minus 7.5, Sam Houston plus 39.5, Colorado minus 13.5, and Fresno State minus 3. 3 key games that we're definitely going to unload on are going to be TCU, Texas Tech, and Colorado. So make sure you get that 3-team parlay in there as well. But again, guys, keep rolling with us. It's all about making money. We're looking for subscribers, looking for comments. We want to make sure that you guys are following along and making the same amount of money that we're making. So let's roll. Subscribe.